man really lucky in church, you know. The first time I met Nimrod, I was working in Republic Bank. And this man stand up in front of the door like a security guard with his hand behind his back, and he watching up and down. And I thought to myself at that point, who would this man think he is standing up in front of the door like a security guard? So, but not knowing that was a guy that was supposed to come by me to do a transaction. So I picked up the phone and I called the person that sent him, and I'm like, where's this guy? It's 5 to 4. The bank closing in 5 minutes. Where is he? Put down, the person called Nimrod, call me back. He said he's at the bank. I'm not seeing him. There's nobody here. Meanwhile, this security guard is standing up right in front of the door. Come to see, that was Nimrod that had to come to me. And bank closing in 5 minutes. He came for, he was doing the show, White in the Moonlight. He came for coins. And Nimrod only talking, and I want to come out of the bank. I want to finish this transaction and go home. It's Friday night, it's liming time. Me and my friends have to, lime Friday night. And Nimrod is there talking. I was so irritated, and he knew that. He told me later on, he said, huh? You see that attitude? I'm going to marry that girl. And I'm thinking, which girl is that? 10 years later, I am married to Mr. Nimrod Ollivierre. We got married, I moved up, and I'm cleaning up the garage, and I'm seeing old photos of Nimrod with when you used to wear the big baggy t-shirts and the big baggy pants, those styles. So that was back in the early 90s. And I'm seeing Nimrod with pictures with given to the homes and given to the Royal Grenada Police Force. And I'm like, Nimrod, you just give away 10 stuff to Grenada? He said, yes. I'm like, how come I don't know that? He said, I don't tell anybody. I give because I want to give. Nobody knows.
The General Hospital is the recipient of 27 hospital beds. The donation was made by the New York-based Grenadian retired Lieutenant Nimrod Ollivierre. The beds, which are electrical with anti-bed sore mattresses, will be distributed to each ward at the hospital and in Carriacou.
So that's the kind of person he is. That's the kind of person my husband is. And that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with him, because he have a really genuine heart. And I always say, you know what? Nimrod, you're special. But I cannot say it in a sarcastical way. Because I said, Nimrod, no, you just special, The things that you just do for people. And you have one friend of Nimrod, one good friend that he know for 30-something years, that always say, boy, what you do for me, I would never do for you. He told Nimrod that in his face. Because the kind of things Nimrod does for people, other people wouldn't do it at all. He's special. He's very special. Nimrod Ollivierre. And he named our son Rodney Nimrod Bransley Ollivierre. So our sons have the 3 gentlemen name, his 2 grandfathers and his father. Well, of course, when you told me you would marry me one day, I laughed because to me that was a joke. You know that song, I ain't dancing with no big belly man, big belly man, big belly man. That's what I was thinking in my head.
Big belly man.
Locally, you heard me laughing. But in my mind, I was like, I ain't dancing with no big belly man. Big belly man.
Well, it wasn't dancing with big belly man, but you still didn't say what you said to me. I want you to recall what you said to me when I said, hey, I will marry you one day.
I told you you're joking? You had to be kidding?
And probably that was because we were actually good friends. was involved, and I had my share of heartbreaks and all of that. And you were one of the persons that used to console me when I was in New York and I had my heartbreak, and I would call you to get consolation over my heartbreak. So maybe you thought I wasn't serious, right?
No, this guy used to put questions to me. I used to break him down all the time, strike him down all the time. We've been friends for 2.5 years. And he told me everything. Now, if you want somebody, would you tell him everything that's going on?
Well, I don't know. I guess it was just natural talking to you. There was no secrets, and I guess maybe that's why it was very easy to marry you, because you knew everything about me. Actually, when we were in the process of getting married and people tried to tell you about me, what was the comment you made?
Yeah, I already know, and Nimrod is a big man.
There was no secrets.
That was no secret, but that's the reason why. One of the reasons why that when the day you told me I should give me a chance, that was the reason why I said yes, I would. Because I see where you were, and then I saw at the point in time where you had changed. And you didn't know that I was looking at that change at that point in time. But I saw the change gradually.
Well, yes, I did, because I had that terrible accident where I couldn't walk for maybe about 3 months. And I was lying in the hospital and a nursing home, and I had to learn to walk again. And I did say, as I was lying there, because the doctors did say I may not walk again. And I did pray, and I said, God, if you get me out of this, I will change my life. And I will settle down, because I thought maybe God was sending me a message. I wake up every day and I read my Bible and I write the scripture down. But sometimes you're not always in true touch with yourself. And I had 4 daughters. You know that I had 4 daughters back to back to back. And I said God was probably trying to send me a message to change my lifestyle, because 4 daughters, one after the other, and I know they were getting old and they needed. So I did tell the Father that if I get to walk again, if you let me walk again, I will change my life, and I will find somebody and settle down and marry. And so it wasn't, we were good friends, we were very good friends, and so it wasn't far. I didn't have to look hard and far. I think I knew right away where my heart was. And the rest is history.
That's why I always say, you're a man full of resources. Full of resources. That's why I've always say, your heart is so good. You're on your hospital bed. You cannot walk. People know that you are in the hospital, in your hospital bed, cannot walk. And they will still call to ask you for stuff. Can I have a laptop? Can I have a computer on your hospital bed? And you would send it.
Really, I know that the good Lord put me here so that I can help others. So yes, I do try to look at things and see how resourceful I can be in assisting others. And you did point that out to me after the fact that, well, I can't believe you're in the hospital, you can't walk, you don't know if you could walk again, and you calling me to tell me you're sending somebody in the bank I need to give some money so that they can do this and they do that. So, but I guess in a way that was a blessing that God put on me so that I can help each other and bless. So even though I may have been in a stressful situation myself, I was not focused on me when somebody called you and say, hey, I don't have money to send my child to school, or they're about to cut my light, or I felt it's incumbent on me to do what I had to do to assist and to help.